Hi, today we're going to be talking about keeping a straight bow or keeping the bow running parallel to the bridge. And the three main aspects, and so what I'll do, I'll put them into chapters so that it's easy for you to navigate to the bit that's relevant for you. Let's go. You may well ask why it's important to bow parallel to the bridge, and the simple answer is so that we maintain a good tone, right to the point. To maintain a good strong sound. We don't want to have kind of what I call bad radio reception by bowing around corners. So, in other words, so that the tip of the bow fades away over the fingerboard. And the number one culprit for bad bowing is setup. Let's just think about it sensibly. If we hold the fiddle out to the side, which, let's face it, we often are told is a good thing to do, and we have the fiddle out here, to keep a straight bow, we have to come right across with the arm and have a straight locked elbow, which is bad for posture, bad for tone, and you're going to run into trouble. We should always be able to look down the fingerboard at the scroll without turning our head too much. Simple way of doing it: fiddle up, turn the head a little and nod. And now I'm looking straight down at my left hand. Hello. And that means that I'm going to be more comfortable and be able to encompass. I'm able to play at the tip with my elbow curved. Can you see? Not out like this. Now it's important that your chin rest and your shoulder rest help you in this matter. Now everybody's different. I happen to use this style of chin rest. It's one of the anti-allergenic plastic ones by Vintner, I believe. And it just sits to one side, but a little bit across the centre tailpiece. Let me just show you another two different styles. Now this tailpiece happens to be on a viola and it's covered up with a bit of leather, but you can see that the tailpiece sits very much to one side. So remember, with my fiddle, it went across the tailpiece. This sits very much to one side. Let me show you another one. And here we have one, I think it's called the Carl Flesch model, and it sits very much across the middle. And that has the advantage of bringing the violin really quite round, which is very good for some people. And it really helps you get to the tip of the bow easily. You should always go to your local shop, and they'll have many different kinds of chin rests and shoulder rests to help you with. You can chop and change, they'll help you. Maybe go with your teacher or somebody that plays the fiddle and just experiment. They really won't mind. Another way to help bring the scroll of the fiddle round a little bit is the angle of the shoulder rest. So as I look at my fiddle, the top is ever so slightly in to the left. I'll put up a picture so you can see. And the more to the left it goes, the more the fiddle drops round towards my front. So these are all about angles, and it's very important to set up well and so that you can control your bow. So don't always be hard on yourself, but the main thing is don't hold the fiddle out. Don't hold the fiddle out. You can never get across. Okay? Let's check the next step. Okie doke, so once we've set ourselves up comfortably with our chin rest and shoulder rest, and everything's comfortable and working well. If it's still not working for you, that your bow's running parallel, let's then check how we open up the elbow. What do I mean by that? Well, when we're at the heel, we get halfway down the bow. What are we going to do? We can either keep everything immobile and drag round, or we do what we need to do, which is open up the elbow. And to get comfortable with that, a good way of doing it is just put your upper arm against a wall, or in my instance here, I'm going to use the back of my chair. Put your upper arm against it, and then just open up your elbow joint, just to get used to that feeling. See? So everything moves as one, but you just need to open up the lower arm from the elbow to make sure that we run parallel. Now, here's a little exercise to help with that. And as ever, don't spend big chunks of time trying to master this. It's better, as always, a little and often. And I would just work on this for maybe 2 or 3 minutes at the most. Then go and do something else. Go and play a piece. Go and enjoy your music. But then come back to it. And go back regularly. Or if you're sitting in your orchestra, it's not possible always to be thinking about something new, a new technique. But maybe remember that if you've got, I don't know, 6 or 7 bars rest, use that as a reset. So that when you start to play again, just remind yourself, okay, can I remember what I need to do? Here are a couple of exercises for you. Now the first one is you're going to need a partner here, and what I'm going to ask you to do is put your bow on at the point, keep it parallel to the bridge, and ask them to hold your bow still. Don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to ask them to hold your bow still, and I want you to run your arm as though you're holding the bow up and down, to make sure that you get your arm used to moving on the same plane, on the same railroad tracks, as it were. That's a good exercise. Another one is I use the 3-in-1 variation. So I start at the heel, I set myself up. Oh, always use a mirror so to make sure that you actually are running true. So set yourself up. I don't have a mirror, but I've got the camera in front of me and I can see. Set myself up and count 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, stop, and go back 1. 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3. Do it in small chunks like that. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Remember, on the up bow, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Let me let you into a secret. If occasionally at the very tip of the bow you slightly skew to one side, it doesn't really matter. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Hey, you work for Chrysler. But as a general rule, you want to be keeping your bow straight and true. If you've enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and drop me a line if there's anything else I can help you with, and I'll be delighted to do so. Good luck. See you next time. Well, the third aspect is make sure, as silly as this sounds, that you've got plenty of rosin on your bow and that you don't need a rehair, because you do need grip, and it could simply be that your bow is sliding around because you need more rosin or you need a rehair. Simple as that. See you next time.